Hello everybody and welcome to me, Dave Pumphouse. We're doing something completely different today and we're going to play an RPG that was recommended to us a little while ago by a friend. They basically said to us, you pretty much are a noob at every game that you play, Pumphouse, so we're going to recommend that you play this one because it doesn't matter how much you fuck up, you'll get there eventually. Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, yeah, we'll give it a go. Actually, it was on our wish list. That's kind of how we got talking about it. And they basically said to us, go on, mate, buy it. I'd love to see you play it. So here we are. We've picked it up in the old autumn Steam sale that was a couple of weeks ago, and we're gonna play it. It promises to be good. I've like I said, I've kept an eye on it. I've put it on the old wish list for one to play. I didn't envisage myself ever to start a video series on it, but here we are. So let's get into it. This is our dude. I think he's called Louis. He's got a bit of a pointy jaw. That's all we know about him so far. But let's do it. Let's enter the manor. If it will load. It's thinking about it, isn't it? It's just letting us stare into his green eyes just a bit longer. Are you gonna work? Oh, there you go. So we'll new game. There, right, okay. Settings. Set the parameter. Well, we don't need to really fiddle with too much settings, do we? Might want to do the old video credits controls. Probably should have done this luminosity. Okay, quality is okay. We've got everything on maximum. That's fine. Controls, invert axis. Don't need to worry about that. That's sound, audio, and subtitles. Right, let's do sound effects can be just a little bit like that, so it's not clicking too much. Music, we'll put it like that. It's not all that loud, but we'll put it to 50%. We can hear the voices, and if we have to do some more fiddling, we'll do that. New game. We're in France. And there's candles. 1792.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere with this, Von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing.
Don't sound
Not a
very
sound.
French.
No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows exactly where we are.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
Okay, it's my mum.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
We have ways of making you talk.
You've stolen
got
something
basil.
from me that I intend to get back.
We're going to give you some basil. That always makes people talk.
Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. Alright? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into.
I think it would have been better if this guy was actually a German.
Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden.
Yeah, you
I can
tell
promise
that he
you
was
that.
actually written to be properly German.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours.
Jesus.
You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational. And open. I got it. I've opened our shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Right.
Von Burchard! Von Burchard! Listen! Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero. Pity you're not in any position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me.
Do I trust her or do I act myself? We'll trust the old lady. Oh jeez. I mean, I've got it open. I could clobber him one. She says trust her. And she's a wise old bat that's probably seen some things. You know what? We'll live on the dangerous side and we'll trust the old lady. She might surprise us.
Be my guest, Mother.
He just left a musket right on the table. You just brought a knife to a gunfight.
Well done, Louis. You reacted perfectly.
Why didn't
How do you
shoot
feel,
him?
Mother?
Couldn't be better. He's alive, so I can question him after we get back.
But why didn't you just shoot him? Even in the
Pity
knee.
he's just a middleman. Means I haven't finished with this case.
Oh, I had a feeling you'd be running off on one of your adventures again, Mother. You know what? I'm warning you. This time, I'm coming with you.
No. Even though you impress me more and more, I have to do this on my own.
Mother, you're no spring chicken anymore.
Come on,
You got
let's
that
go
right.
home. And don't forget to send our men to tend to Von Borchard.
At least tie him up first. Why are you just leaving him there? Use a golden... Right, that came up really too quickly. Something about golden elixir. 1793. 1 month later. So it's near around the time of the French Revolution, I think. Lord Mortimer's Island off the coast of England. Big Bad Wolf Studio.
Well done, Mother. You just had to pick up Von Burchard's trail on your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer? And now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island? Which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
Well, it's easy to trip and fall off the side. He could have just said, missing, presumed dead. She couldn't be too far. She's...
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you.
Oh.
In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well,
I'm
Unless she's just
sure I'll
already dead.
find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for
Your
some
enemies
long-lost
wanted to
mystical
kill some
object
for you,
that you
as
just
well as
can't
from
live
you.
without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think
Contrary
about
to
it.
what one may be able to imagine, it was
It's
not
acting
the
a bit
host
childish.
himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing.
Wait, wait.
Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came
It's
from
January.
him.
Well,
She's
I
not
simply
wearing a
can't
coat.
wait for all the festivities to begin.
Just saying.
And you, good sir, what brings you here?
Personal reason or Lord Moore? I mean, I could just say my mum's gone missing. I mean, there's no reason not to tell him.
Your Eminence, with all due respect, I prefer to keep my reasons for coming here to myself. I promise, it has nothing to do with the legendary party that you all appear to be preparing for.
Believe what you will, my son. However, everything is related to the legendary parties organized by our host.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that, Cardinal.
Anyway, consider yourself fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot
Yeah, I
on
mean,
this island.
if this was
And only
January
a very few ever make it.
in the channel,
Indeed.
Or
I
maybe even
imagine this
February by
must
now.
be your first time here.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord
it
Mortimer.
would be freezing.
You'll see.
The weather
You
would be
won't
howling
soon
through there.
forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious. If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Oh,
Are you all right?
oh dear. Oh,
Mother? Oh shit, your hand!
So,
Okay, it's done.
did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah, no one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, no, don't!
What? Have you lost your mind?
There is no other way.
If you kill me, you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
No, Sarah. Don't. No. No!
oofed.
You can run if you want to, Sarah, but you will pay for what you've done.
Oh dear.
Phew.
That's weird.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on? Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
Yeah, I get nosebleeds all the time, mate. I'm okay, especially big ones like this.
Find Mother quickly. Am I going crazy or what?
Yeah.
This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake?
Oh.
I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
God, to the manor. Okay, well, can I run? Yeah, I can. I can run. Hello
Louis,
again.
during the trip, I had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes,
We were on the
Duchess?
same boat.
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
Right. I'm going to say I'm a bit of a diplomat. I mean, yeah, I'm an occultist. Yeah, fresh. Or a detective. I'm going to go for diplomat. 3 available points. So we've got diversion, divert people's attention, change a subject or avoid questions. Conviction, convince people with sheer force of your will and your attitude. Right, okay. Skill not acquired. Oh, okay, so we can choose whichever we like. Right, so we've got vigilance. Notice noteworthy details or oddly placed elements. Logic. Use your logical mind. Shall we be on Vulcan? No, we'll go conviction, vigilance, and logic. Validate. Done.
Well, I've devoted myself to the interests of France to the best of my abilities. A few years ago, I had a brush with some of your fellow countrymen.
Counter-revolutionaries, I'd imagine.
Exactly. They got away, thanks to a little diversion I came up with to keep the sans-culottes away. Believe me, they came close to adorning the walls of the catacombs of Paris.
So that young French diplomat was you? The mercy you showed the agents of the Queen roused the admiration of the court. Few would have let them leave France alive.
Duchess, I'm surprised that anyone still remembers.
Well, they say I have the memory of 2 people. But please, call me Emily.
I reckon.
Fine,
I
Emily.
reckon that's her twin.
Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by
I
my
knew
mother.
it. I
You
reckon
wouldn't
she's
know
a
her by
different
any chance?
Duchess.
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
No, I don't.
Please excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Ha.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No. Sorry, I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I gave you a blowjob.
I'm so
under the
sorry,
table.
Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
What's this? Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Okay, select the object, blah 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 blah. Okay, opportunities do not consume effort points. Effort points? Right. Okay. Up to the manor then. Oh. Hang on. It was asking... Okay. Whoops. We were supposed to click on something there, were we? Dialogue timer. When the time limit is over, an answer is automatically selected. Check the dialogue timer at the bottom of the screen.
I'm heading off. Don't get left behind.
I'm coming.
Right. Okay, we could have either noticed her lips or
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily.
her thingy.
But you're
That was an
connected to my
opportunity
mother
that we
one
missed.
way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Right, talents. You obtain talents by carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlock conditions and effects, as they offer very interesting improvements. Right, okay. Right. Shall we pick up a lantern or something? Hello.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richer.
Monsieur de Richet.
Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
I just ask where the Lord
I
is.
have an appointment with Lord Mortimer. Would you be so kind as to lead me to him?
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot. I don't know exactly where my master is. But rest assured, sir, everyone is waiting for you at the manor.
Right.
Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. Since your mother went missing, everyone has been concerned about finding her.
Who is Sir Holmes?
So that's why they're
A
sitting on
close
their
friend
arse
of
indoors.
Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us long to find your revered mother. Indeed, we are searching the quays again, because lights were seen at the wharf just last night.
Keys?
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps Sir's mother was here.
Skills. Your skills give you access to unique choices. Okay, browse your skills by using the character tab in the menu. Character tab, right. Have you found anything here? Difficulty 0. Questioning locked.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir,
You are a
all
servant.
the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials S.D.R. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet.
Well,
I have orders
Sherlock,
to give it to Lord Mortimer
you'd make
as
a
soon as I see
really
him.
great
I know I
companion
will.
with your...
She's not the kind to go for
Rules
a
of
midnight stroll
deduction.
on the wharf for nothing. I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here.
It's
Where
not
exactly did
unlike
you
the
find the
handkerchief that
handkerchief?
we were given by
On the landing dock,
Tits
sir,
McGee.
the one you arrived by.
On landing at the dock, so right. Conviction level 1. I'll have the
That
handkerchief
handkerchief
back.
belongs to me. Please hand it over now.
But, sir,
I'll speak directly to your master about it. It will be a very long conversation.
Oh shit!
Of course, sir. Please, take it. On that note, I must leave,
Oh, I didn't
sir.
mean to be a
There is
dick, I just
still much
asked
to
for it.
prepare in order to welcome all the guests.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother.
His
You must have
looks
come here
exactly
for a
like the
specific
ones that
reason. I need to know
the
what
other
it
one
is.
gave you.
Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Character revealed the servant. Oh, what's that?
A Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili, quantilia produncia mundus ergatur.
Latin is easy to translate. Okay.
You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with.
Ah, here we go.
Right?
Personality. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploiting their personality is crucial to achieve your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. Right, okay. Push to access your menu pages. Right, okay.
And to agree.
Discovered immunity. Right, okay. Character. Talents. Diplomat mastery. Right, okay, we've got a few things. Traits. I'm a diplomat, trusting. Oh, we've got a few more. Journal. Mortimer, okay. Giuseppe. That's me. That's her. Emily Hillsborough. Close to the English crown. Right. Very discreet of our origins, yada yada yada. And then we've got servants. Vulnerability to conviction. To be discovered. All Mortimer's servants wear a mask. It is a recurring subject of conversation among the guests. No one knows the true reason. Right, okay. My inventory. Laws of gallantry. Right. Mother's handkerchief, Emily's handkerchief. Right, let's have a look at that then. No? Alright. Can't actually have a look at it. I mean, it's got the same here, and then Mortimer's invitation. Right, okay, well...
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
I never said about leaving. Just...
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
What, do we have to check the... check the quayside or something?
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
A lot can happen in 300 meters. Believe me. An old bit
It's
of
like a
wood.
bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Right. Now we'll leave it. You know, let's not pick up random bits of junk.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Right, okay. Look for clues on your mum. Well, I mean, I'd rather just head up the stairs, to be honest.
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
What?
It's like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Right, okay. Whose luggage is this?
I think this chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Royal jelly. Press 1 to use it.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Yeah. A bucket. An old milk bucket. Can we just pick up the old milk bucket and say, hello? An old bit of rope.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Yeah. And what, a buoy and...
A lantern. Nothing special.
oh, what's this? Post.
Let's see what's hidden inside.
You can't rummage through other people's post. Let's see what's it. Okay.
Let's look.
Mr. Carl Corey. The envelope has ideograms on it. Mr. Galbraith. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, I want you to do the other one.
The address is 50 Bedford Square, London.
Right. Okay, so they're outgoing.
It's too badly written. I can't make out the address.
Okay, so there's more than one person writing letters from this address. Oh,
The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me. It's about time the Order sent some envoys there.
right.
A letter written in an Oriental language.
I know that language. Well, I
I
don't
haven't
know.
the slightest idea what it says.
I know Latin, but God knows about Chinese. Whoa! Oh my God, there's so much going on here.
Probably a Dutchman.
Okay. Brazil, China, Holland.
This envelope is meant for the Vatican.
Right.
This name sounds familiar. Plashi. No. Can't seem to place it.
Delabeth?
An address in Cairo, Egypt. Mortimer communicates with the whole world, apparently.
That may be so. Look at the sender's address. Nothing special.
Nope. Doesn't ring a bell.
No, let's just get out of here. Okay, let's just stop rummaging through the post like some weird posty creep. There's nothing out here unless we go back into the boat. I'd really... Oh, hang on. We can go around the side here. Ah, look at that.
A wooden floorboard.
Yes. Very strange indeed. Right, so here's the iron gate. Is this...
It's locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Can't squeeze through the gap. Come on now, come now. We've done our things. No, come on, we can...
There's no way I'm leaving without finding out about Mother.
Look for clues on your mother. I just have. I just have. I mean, I can take it. I can take that. Because that looks like,
Looks like a bar from an old
Yeah.
gate.
we know.
This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder.
Well, we'll take the bar then.
This might just come in handy.
You know, shove it up your ass or something. And then we'll go over here, and then we'll say that yes, the iron bar came from over here. Yeah. Maybe we could wedge it open.
Clearly, I'm not much for manual labor. Let's see if I can get it open another way.
Force it open. Pick the lock. I don't have subterfuge, so you know, technically one could just use that as a ladder and just hop over the other side. But let's go back to the floorboard then. Yeah, not that it will matter too much, I don't think.
Hey,
Oh,
there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
use the
Somebody
rusty
replaced
iron
it
bar.
recently, but looks like it's fixed pretty solidly in place. It's going to be tough to rip it out of here.
Right. Let's use the bar as a lever. You broke my
That
pier.
does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book and
Ah.
also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother
do?
used to read passages from it to me all the time.
It's a
And
bit
judging
gay.
from what I can see, it's the same one as hers.
Yeah.
For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
Excuse me. Manuscripts. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. You can choose what to read and gain a permanent skill points. Right, okay.
Let's look
Right.
inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some
Bread,
kind of
onions,
black
and
powder.
tomatoes. Examine the food, examine the rusty key. Do
An
that.
iron key completely rusted.
Take it.
You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
Bet it's for the gate. Examine the powder then.
The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder.
What other
Shit!
things?
Those are definitely my mother's things.
Right.
I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap. Some oils and her powder puff. What does all this mean?
Looks like that she had that
Right, that's enough.
bottle of
I think
basil
I'd
there
better
as
leave
well.
her bag here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later. For crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously
Right.
feel like you're in
Can we use the key on the gate? I bet we can. There you go.
There we are.
What have we got here? Bit of wine, some boxes. What's that?
This looks like a pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed.
Right.
Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Royal jelly. Oh, more royal jelly. So it's got a bit of a honey addict on this pier.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels.
Black powder.
Huh. What have we here?
Bit of gunpowder.
It's cannon powder. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves.
Amber fragments. You just found an amber fragment. Each time you pick up 4 of them, you increase your maximum effort points by 1.
It's a
Okay.
fragment of amber.
Right. Well, let's see if we can't try and get into the place now. Gonna let us in? There we go. It's letting us in.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
When you got money, son, anything's possible. And he probably didn't build it. It's probably that guy on the right that did it. He probably helped. In any case, there's probably an old lighthouse at some point. It's a bit of a freaky looking door. Right. Here we go. Was that Zeus? Looks like Zeus. Or even
Impressive.
Poseidon.
Ah, my son.
Depends if he's
I
got
was
a
looking
trident.
for you.
What can I do for you?
He left me
Your
down
Eminence?
at the pier, mate.
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Right, confrontations. During a confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences for the rest of the story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Right, each confrontation displays an interface showing how much the person you are talking to is convinced.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence.
Yeah.
Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as
Discreet,
such.
eh?
If your mother wishes
I'm
to
your
speak
father.
to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
We're members of the Gold. Personal secret. Art collector. Oh, if he knows her, we can just tell him.
My mother and I belong to the same secret organization, the Golden Order, which I joined a few years ago. Mother trained me, and I assist in her research. In other words, you can trust me.
My child, you are telling a perfect stranger that you and your mother work for a secret society. It would seem that discretion is not one of your specialities, my son. You will understand that it does not encourage me to put my trust in you.
Shit! All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Yes, I'll give it to her if I find her.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. Your secret is safe with me. You know my mother's reputation. As her son, I will defend the Deriche's word with the same fervor.
I would expect nothing less.
Right, okay.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Right, confrontation, the last step. For the last step of the confrontation, you must convince the person you are talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or there are no blunders left. Right. A promise.
Your Eminence, if there's one thing you can count on,
That looks like
it's
Zeus.
the value of a promise made by a Deriche. Respecting our commitments has always been the pillar of our family, and nothing nor nobody will prevent that from happening. Since you know my mother, you should know that a Deriche always keeps their word. You can be sure of that.
Thank you, my son. It is most reassuring.
You're welcome, especially since I promised you nothing, my friend.
Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Deriche. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage
Oh,
across
so
the
you
border.
already knew about the order, so it doesn't really matter.
Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Right.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements. Right, many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so do not hesitate to look for them. I want to look at Zeus. That's got to be Zeus, right? Or is it Poseidon? That's Zeus. It looks like a thunderbolt. Like a... What's this?
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
Flip through it. Can't do it. Erudition is locked. Yeah, let's leave it. Oh. No, I don't... No, I don't want to take the book. I just want to leave it there. That's stealing. Oh, for goodness sake. I didn't necessarily want to take the book, I just wanted to look at it.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Yeah, just like that, I'm
Since
not
I
surprised.
set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I think
I
George
should imagine
Washington
you
was
never
a
thought
bit
you'd be in
taller.
such company.
I think he was like 6'4",
I must admit that
6'6"
I
or
didn't.
something like that.
It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network.
Yeah.
What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
Believe me, she's not that special. His Eminence was asking me for my opinion about the style of the main door. I have to admit, this place certainly doesn't lack panache.
It's simply stupefying.
Yeah.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Oh, she's gone missing. Yeah.
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come
There we go.
find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah,
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not your fault.
What is it?
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Oh. Right. Let's validate.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order.
Yes.
It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
Oh.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow,
Fucking starving.
you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I've already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
Right,
If you
okay,
don't
that was a
mind,
hint to
Gregory,
me.
I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home.
Oh,
And you, sir?
cloak and dagger
If I
shit.
stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
I'm gonna go for staying with Washington.
Let's see what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Louis, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well. Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Tell me more about this Mortimer. Where does Emily know my mother from? What do you know about Lord Mortimer?
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an
I don't
advantage.
think there was an electoral
And that
campaign.
is to
was
his
it?
credit.
I thought they just
Yes, you
voted
can
him in
trust
because
him.
he was.
He will do everything in his power to help you
They
find
wanted him
Sarah.
in.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
I'm your father. And he come to know her. When did he see her for the last time?
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden. Right. Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Ooh,
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
I thought
May
you'd
I
be
ask?
taller.
When you saw each other, what did you talk about?
Of the golden. What? Rather political. Let's go for politics, considering it takes skill.
So, my mother was with...
Exhausted. Oh, jeez. You just encountered an immunity. One effort point is locked. Use a golden elixir to cure yourself.
during the American Revolution. Did you talk about politics?
Yes. In spite of her young age, she defended our cause with enthusiasm.
She's old as
Did
you.
she go to the front line like your famous gunner, Molly Pitcher?
Yes, in a way.
The role given to women in your war was a great step forward.
Lee, I'm impressed. Few people know about the legend of Molly, so you don't know the true story. Molly Pitcher is a character invented by Sarah. She persuaded me to use a heroic female figure, an American Joan of Arc, if you will. It enabled us to gain a few thousand extra fighters, and it was all thanks to your mother.
I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
And I'm persuaded by his main concern. Do the others in the order know? Do you think? Let's do
I
that.
wonder if Mother is still on the island. Could she not have taken a boat and left?
I don't see how. No vessel can moor closer than 200 yards. Not to mention the permanent presence of staff and servants. There is one strange thing, I grant you. This island is barely the size of Delaware, and despite that, no one has been able to locate your mother.
So my mother still must be on the island.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Oh,
Careful, they're coming back.
who's this sprightly person? I wonder.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Opportunity missed because we didn't have the skills. Right, okay. Maybe I should have read a book.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Come along.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day.
It has been quite a day,
Right. Where is my room?
yeah. Go to my room. Did he say at the end of the corridor? Let's have a look. Manuel Godby. Some nice bits of art. I think there was like some Napoleonic one by Goya, I think, actually. What's this one? Louis de Richet. There you go. Let's go to bed.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance.
No.
But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Needs a load of clothes.
Damn. Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Biaggi, so... Too bad.
Never
I'll
lied
wait
to a
until I
priest.
hand it to Mother. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Well, it's quite the room. Yeah, quite the,
Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna get eaten.
Saint Jerome and the Angel.
Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Wow.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy, before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The conversion of St. Paul, a Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome.
Quite. Oh. What's that?
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very
Indeed.
jolly.
Well, let's go to the bedroom, shall we? And see what waits us here. Hang on a minute. Give me a moment to look at... Oh, come on, I don't get to see the paintings? Okay. I did not find all the clues about my mother on the docks. Okay. Alternative paths. I could have joined her home in the small salon. Yeah, never mind. I could have made an unexpected encounter. Right. Okay. No problem. Let's move forward. Level 2. Good stuff. New characters met, vulnerabilities exploited. All done. Right, okay, my points. So I've got 4 points available. Okay. What have we got here? Etiquette. I'm pretty good with etiquette. I'll do that. Manipulation. I don't necessarily want to manipulate people. I can certainly be more up to date with science, I suppose. Logic. I'll be logical. It's always a good idea. Conviction. Politics. Yeah, I've used that, so that's okay. Vigilance. Vigilance. Let's put a point on vigilance. Let's do that. Equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. Right, okay. So, we'll read that. We'll read the laws of gallantry. No? Oh, I can only read one. Oh, conviction or diversion. No, I'll go for conviction. There we go. Do that. Right. I think it's probably a good idea, after we see what happens here, to save it. Chess pieces.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game.
Indeed.
Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late. And we have much to
Is
discuss.
that Napoleon or something?
One last move?
Is that supposed to be Napoleon?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, come. Take a seat, my friend.
Weird. Right. Yeah, here's Napoleon. Oh my goodness. Okay. What are we doing? Can we find a save point? Oh,
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
we were. Well. Oh, more nosebleeds.
I'm coming.
Right, well, we'll save it here then, shall we? Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you did like my quips, give the video a like. It would be much appreciated. Ta-ta for now. See you on the next one.